Hello students, welcome to Botany Bloom channel. As we know, on 23rd June, Re-NEET was conducted for 1563 students who got grace marks. So let us solve this paper. I'm going to solve only botany part of this paper. Hope this will help you. If you are new to this channel, then please do subscribe with the bell icon, and I have uploaded some shorts on NEET tricks and also tips. So in this channel, you can watch that later. So let's get started. So the first question. The regions with high level of species richness. See, high level of species richness means it is only seen in biodiversity hotspots. That is, high degree of endemism means the organisms which is only present in that area, it is not seen in other area. So this kind of character is only seen in biodiversity hotspot. So the answer is third option is correct. Then, which of the following simple tissue are commonly found in the fruit walls of nuts and pulp? So simple tissues we have parenchyma, chlorenchyma and also sclerenchyma. So here sclerids are a type of sclerenchyma. In this way, sclerids are seen in nut and pulp of pear. So the answer will be first option. Then in a chromosome, there is a specific DNA sequence responsible for initiating replication. So see here, initiation, it is always starts from a region where replication starts. So that site is known as origin of replication. So the correct option is fourth option. Yeah. Overall paper of this botany is very easy. There is no difficult kind of questions they were asked. Okay, so let's see the next question. So given below are the two statements. Statement 1, when many alleles of a single gene govern a character, it is called polygenic inheritance. They are telling it is not single gene, it is many genes governing a single character. So that character is known as polygenic inheritance. So the statement 1 here is false. Then statement 2, in polygenic inheritance, the effect of each allele is additive. Additive they are saying means in polygenic inheritance, multiple copy of each allele is present. So that's why it will give additive character. So second statement is correct. So let us see which option. Okay, second option. Statement 1 is false and statement 2 is true. Then next question. Which of the following are required for the light reaction of photosynthesis? So let us see one by one. Carbon dioxide, it is required in dark reaction. Then oxygen. Oxygen is released, not required. Okay, then water. Yes, water is required in the light reaction. So light reaction consists of cyclic and non-cyclic reactions. And then chlorophyll, yes, that is the main pigment which is required for photosynthesis. Then light, yes, light is very necessary. So the correct will be C is required, D and E. So correct answer is second option, C, D and E. Next. Match the following here. There in the list 1, scientists, and in the list 2, what they have discovered, they have mentioned. Then Fleming. So it is from the cell cycles and that is cell the unit of life lesson. In that Fleming, the word that is chromatin word is given by Fleming. So that is A is 2 correct, and Robert Brown is nucleus is correct. Then George Pellade, that is he discovered this Golgi, that is ribosomes. So that's why C is 3. And Camillo Golgi, Golgi means who discovered Golgi complex, that is disc shaped sac-like cisternae near the cell nucleus. That is what they are telling is about Golgi complex. So correct answer will be A is 2, Robert Brown, that is 4, George Pellade, that is 3, and Camillo Golgi is 1. So here option 1 is correct. Then another match the following question. So here incomplete dominance. So incomplete dominance, that is seen in flower color, that is in Antirrhinum majus. Next, codominance, that is seen in that is blood group in humans. Then pleiotropy. Pleiotropy is seen in, this pleiotropy is an example of phenylketonuria, where a single gene is responsible for different kind of phenotypic characters. Then polygenic inheritance, that is example of skin color in human. So the correct answer will be second option. Then which part of the ovule stores reserve food materials? So in the ovule, there is outer covering integument, and it is having one opening called micropylar and another end is chalazal. So the middle part of this ovule is nucellus, where it contains a mass of cell where it will store food material. So the answer will be nucellus. Then which of the following is not found in gymnosperms? See, sieve cells and albuminous cells are present in gymnosperms. Tracheids are also a characteristic feature of gymnosperms, but vessels are first time seen in angiosperms. Angions means vessel containing plants. So that's why vessels is not seen in gymnosperms. So the answer will be fourth option. Next, which one of the following is not included under in situ conservation? So in situ conservation, these botanical garden are not included because botanical garden comes under ex situ conservation. So remaining all are wildlife sanctuary, biosphere reserve and national park comes under in situ conservation. Then, given below are the two statements. Statement 1. The Indian government has set up GEAC, which will make decisions regarding the validity of GM research. So that is correct only. Then, biopiracy is the term used to refer to the use of bioresources by native people, they are telling. So here it is not native people, it is the people which is not belong to that country. So that's why, so first option, that is statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is false. So the correct option is first option. Next. Pollen grains remain preserved as fossils due to the presence of. So it is remaining as a fossil because of presence of sporopollenin. So sporopollenin, which is present in exine layer, which is one of the hardest material and not destroyed by any acids and alkalis and are not destroyed by any adverse climatic condition, making it withstanding as it is for many years. So the correct option is exine layer where sporopollenin is present. Then identify the incorrect pair. Next, Sphenopsida. So here for Sphenopsida, adiantum is wrong. So here Sphenopsida contains actually equisetum. Then Pteropsida is Diopteris, Pteris and adiantum will come. And Psilopsida, Xylotum, Lycopsida, that is Lycopodium and Selaginella. So the incorrect one is first one, Sphenopsida, where it must include equisetum but not adiantum. Adiantum belongs to Pteropsida. Then, which of the following is the correct match? Let us see which plants belong to which group. Gymnosperms. It contains cedrus, pinus, sequoia. So all these are correct. Sequoia, one of the tallest that is tree, that is of gymnosperm. So all these are correct only. Then in angiosperms, Wolffia, Eucalyptus and Sequoia. No. Wolffia and Eucalyptus belongs to angiosperms but not Sequoia. Then in bryophytes, Polytrichum, Polysiphonia, Sphagnum. Here, Polysiphonia belongs to algae, that is red algae. Then pteridophytes, Equisetum, Ginkgo and Adiantum. Here, Ginkgo belongs to gymnosperm. Equisetum and adiantum belongs to pteridophytes. So the correct arrangement is first option, that is gymnosperms contains cedrus, pinus and sequoia. Then given below are the two statements regarding RNA polymerase in prokaryotes. Statement 1. In prokaryotes, RNA polymerase is capable of catalyzing the process of elongation during transcription. So that is correct. Statement 1 is correct. Next, RNA polymerase associate transiently with the rho factor to initiate transcription, they are telling. No, for the initiation it requires sigma factor, but they have given rho factor. So the statement 2 is wrong. So 1 is true but 2 is wrong. So that's why option 1 is correct. Next, which of the following is a nucleotide? See, nucleotide must contain nucleoside and phosphate group. Phosphate group is present in the organic form, that is phosphoric acid. So that's why the word which ends with acid are nucleotide. So in this, we can easily confirm the answer, that is adenylic acid is the answer. Then guanylic acid, cytidyllic acid, uridylic acid. So all these are nucleotides. Then match the following. Again, one match the following question. Axillary estivation, that is P. Axillary estivation is seen in P. Then epipetalous condition means stamens are attached to with the petals. So this is seen in Solanaceae family. The answer will be brinjal. Then epiphyllous condition means stamens attached to perianth. So this is seen in that is Liliaceae family. So the answer is lily. Then perigynous condition. So here peach, plum, rose are the examples of perigynous, which is given in NCERT. So the correct option is for D, it is second. So if we see all these matches, then the answer will be first option. Then again another question from morphology. China rose. China rose belongs to, that is axial placentation. And mustard will be parietal placentation. Primrose is free central and marigold is basal placentation. So all these are the direct examples from the NCERT they have asked. Next. So the answer is third option is correct. Next. Which of the following helps in maintenance of the pressure gradient in sieve tubes? See, for sieve tubes always there is one tissue which is helping in maintaining all the functions of the sieve tube, that is companion cell. It is like companion which is controlling all the functions of the sieve tube. So here it is also maintaining the pressure gradient which is created in the sieve tube because of the flow of all the food. So the answer will be fourth option, companion cell. Then next question. Mesosome is in a cell is a. So mesosome, as we know, it is one of the invagination which is present in the bacterial cell. It is this invagination formed from plasma membrane. So let us check the options here. Membrane bound vesicular structure. Membrane-bound vesicular structure means that is lysosome. So that is wrong. Then chain of many ribosomes attached to a single mRNA means that is polyribosome or polyosome it is called. Then special structure formed by extension of plasma membrane, this is correct. So this mesosome majorly it is helping in respiration in the bacteria. Then medium-sized chromosome, that is wrong. So the correct option is third option. Then the match the following from plant growth and regulators. First one, abscisic acid they are telling. Abscisic acid helps seeds to withstand desiccation. Then ethylene is helping to promote female flowers in cucumber. Then gibberellin, it is helping in promotion of bolting in beet, cabbage, etc. Then cytokinin, it is helping in nutrient mobilization. So all these are direct lines from the NCERT they have took and as a match the following format. So the correct option will be third option. Again, another match the following question from that is application, biotechnology application lesson. So here, genetically engineered human insulin. For this answer will be E. coli, means from the E. coli only artificial, that is genetically engineered human insulin is prepared. Next, GM cotton, that is genetically modified cotton, the answer will be with the help of BT, that is Bacillus thuringiensis. Then ADA deficiency, this is example of gene therapy. Then ELISA, that is enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, that is one of the antigen antibody interaction. So the correct option will be fourth one. Then ETS complex number 1. So this is from respiration in plants. ETS complex 1 is NADH dehydrogenase. Then ETS complex 2 is succinate dehydrogenase, means from the cyclic, that is the citric acid cycle, succinate dehydrogenase, during this conversion FADH2 is released and that is utilized in ETS complex number 2. Then ETS complex number 3, it is cytochrome B1 and ETS complex number 4 is cytochrome C oxidase. So the correct option is second option. Next, cryopreservation technique is used for. So this is used to preserve gametes in viable and fertile condition for a long period. That is option number 3 is correct, because in this method all these, and that is materials, living materials can be stored in a liquid nitrogen under -196 degrees Celsius for very long time. We can preserve these materials. So it is used for the future use and it is one of the type of ex situ conservation. The correct option for the cryopreservation technique is used for is third option. Then 125. Which of the following are correct about cellular respiration? Next, cellular respiration is the breaking of carbon-carbon bond of a complex organic molecules by oxidation. That is correct. That is, cellular respiration is nothing but it is a catabolic process where a complex food material is broken down into simpler form and then energy is released. So first one is correct. A is correct. Then the entire cellular respiration takes place in mitochondria. They are telling it is wrong, as the first step, glycolysis, takes place in cytoplasm, whether the organism may be anaerobic or aerobic. So here entire will not going to take place in mitochondria. So that's why B is wrong. Then C, fermentation takes place under anaerobic condition in germinating seeds. That is correct only. Then the fate of pyruvate formed during glycolysis depends on the type of organism also. Yes, that is, after pyruvate, that is pyruvic acid is formed, whether it has to undergo aerobic or anaerobic respiration, that is depending on the organism, whether it is aerobic organism or else it is anaerobic organism. If it is aerobic organisms, then the remaining process like a link reaction and Krebs cycle will going to take place. If it is anaerobic, then fermentation will going to take place. So that's why D is correct. Then water is formed during respiration as a result of oxygen accepting electrons and getting reduced. So here also this statement is correct, as metabolic water is formed in the last step, that is in the ETS, where it is formed during, that is, it is formed as oxygen is accepted as electrons, that is as a result of oxygen accepting electrons, and also it will going to reduce to form water, where H plus from the region is taken and then water is formed. So the correct option is first option. A, C, D are correct, but except B, remaining all are correct. Then given below are the two statements. In eukaryotes, there are 3 RNA polymerases in the nucleus in addition to the RNA polymerase found in the organelles. So this is correct. So remaining RNA polymerase 1, 2 and 3, all these are present. Then all the 3 RNA polymerase in eukaryotic nucleus have different roles. Yes, as because all these will going to produce different kinds of RNA. So that's why it is having different roles. So the statement 1 and statement 2 both are correct. So 126 answer will be third option. Both statement 1 and 2 are correct. Then again one match the following question. Histones, this is from molecular basis. Histones are DNA, positively charged basic proteins they are. Okay, because it contains basic amino acid, lysine and arginine. So that's why the charge is positive. So positively charged basic protein it is. The nucleosome, it is a model where DNA wrapped around histone octamer. So that combinedly it is known as nucleosome. Then euchromatin, where the correct is loosely packed chromatin, means chromatin here are loosely packed, means there is a space is more. So that's why it can easily undergo transcription and translation. So that's why it is actively it is involving in protein synthesis. That's why it is active form, it is euchromatin. And heterochromatin, it is densely packed chromatin. There is no space for active transcription and translation process. So it is inactive form. So the correct answer will be fourth option. Next, given below are the two statements, again statement based question. Failure of segregation of chromatids during cell cycle resulting in the gain or loss of a whole set of chromosome in an organism is known as aneuploidy. See this, the direct sentence they have taken from the NCERT. A little alteration they have done, that is whole set of chromosome they are telling. No, it is not whole set, it is actually a single chromosome in an organism, and that statement is known as aneuploidy. And so that's why the first statement is wrong. There is no change in the whole chromosome set. Only one chromosome is going to change its number. Then failure of cytokinesis after anaphase stage of cell division results in the gain or loss of a chromosome is called polyploidy. So here also same statement they have took, and only a slight change they have done in this statement, that is instead of telophase they have written anaphase. See, after telophase only cytokinesis is going to take place. Okay, but here they have written anaphase. So the statement 2 is also wrong. So the correct answer is statement 1 and statement 2 is false. So that is fourth option is correct option. Then recombination between homologous chromosome is completed by the end of. See here, it is from cell cycle cell division. In meiosis 1 of prophase 1, it contains 5 stages: leptotin, zygotin, packaging, diplotin and diakinesis. So here recombination start in zygotin and it will end in, that is recombination start in zygotin and it will end in packaging. So the answer will be packaging. LZPDD. So you can easily remember this as let Ziva paint Dhoni's diagram: leptotin, zygotin, packaging, diplotin and diakinesis. So these kind of short tricks I have made some short videos in my channel. You can watch that later. Then 130. Metacentric. See, this is the direct question from the diagram from the cell unit of life. That is metacentric is middle centromere forming 2 equal arms of chromosome. Then submetacentric is centromere is slightly away from the middle of the chromosome, resulting in 2 unequal arms. Then acrocentric chromosome is centromere is situated close to its end, forming one extremely short and one extremely long arm. Then telocentric is first one, chromosome has a terminal centromere. So the correct answer will be fourth option. Then ligases is a class of enzyme responsible for catalyzing the linking together of 2 compounds. Which of the following bonds is not catalyzed by it? This is from the enzyme part of biomolecules. Here carbon-carbon linkages are not formed through ligases. So ligases only helping in PO, CO and CN bond formation. That is, ligation means joining. Okay, so the answer will be first option. Then F. Skoog observed that callus proliferated from the internodal segments of tobacco stem when auxin was supplied with one of the following, except. See, F. Skoog during discovery of this cytokinin, they have added some materials along with the auxin. So all these materials include extract of vascular tissue, coconut milk and yeast extract, but not abscisic acid. So the answer will be third option. Then, given below are some statements about plant growth regulators. So here continuous 2 questions from, that is last lesson of this physiology, plant growth and regulators. So here all GAs are acidic in nature. Yes, of course, in the name only it is suggesting that GA means gibberellic acid, so that's why it is acidic in nature. Then auxins are antagonists to GAs. No, auxins are antagonists to cytokinins. Antagonism means the function which is opposite to each other. Okay, then zeatin was isolated from coconut milk, that is correct. Then ethylene induces flowering in mango, that is correct. Abscisic acid induces parthenocarpy, no, but auxin induces parthenocarpy. So the answer will be first option. A, C, D are correct and B and E are wrong. Then identify the incorrect statement related to gel electrophoresis. Again, biotechnology question. Separated DNA fragments can be directly seen under UV radiation. No, it cannot be visible because we need to stain first with ethidium bromide. So the first statement is wrong. That is the answer. So incorrect they are asking. Next, separated DNA can be extracted from gel piece. Yes, that process is known as elution. Then fragment of DNA move towards anode. Because DNA is negatively charged, it will move towards positively charged. This thing is anode. Then sieving effect of agarose gel helps in separation of DNA fragments. Yes, because it gives porous nature. So that's why it is helping in separation. So the correct option is option number 1. Then which of the following examples show monocarpillary unilocular ovary with many ovules? See, understand this question. Monocarpillary unilocular ovary means this condition is seen in Fabaceae. You just imagine a pea. Okay, where a pea pod, it contains that is one carpel only, and it is having only one locule, means there is no compartments or chambers inside that, and it contains many ovules. Okay, so let us identify which among these are Fabaceae members. That is examples of Fabaceae. Sesbania is example of Fabaceae, so that's why that is correct. Brinjal does not contain monocarpal, it is bicarpal. Then Indigofera, yes, Indigofera belongs to Fabaceae. Then tobacco belongs to again Solanaceae, which is it containing bicarpals. Okay. Then Asparagus belongs to Liliaceae, it contains 3 carpals, that is tricarpal. Okay. So the answer will be Sesbania and Indigofera, A and C. So let's see. So answer will be 4th option. Next, given below are the 2 statements. In the Lacoperon, the Z gene codes for beta-galactosidase, which is primarily responsible for the hydrolysis of lactose into glucose and galactose. That is correct only. Next, in addition to lactose, glucose or galactose can also induce Lacoperon. No, in Lacoperon, the whole process here, inducer will always remain lactose. So lactose is acting as inducer, but not glucose and galactose. Okay, so the statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is false. So the option is first option. Then the part marked as X in the given figure is, so here it is, X is thalamus. It is one of the example of false fruit. Then given below are 2 statements. Statement 1, in a dicotyledonous leaf, the adaxial epidermis generally bears more stomata than the abaxial epidermis. So here in the dicotyledonous leaf, the condition what they have given is vice versa is actually correct. In adaxial epidermis, it bears less stomata, and in abaxial, means that is in the lower surface, it bears more stomata. So here the first statement is wrong. Then in dicotyledonous leaf, adaxially placed palisade parenchyma is made up of elongated cells which are arranged vertically and parallel to each other. So that is correct. So it is in the upper surface, that is in the upper epidermis, it contains lateral arranged, that is palisade parenchyma arranged one after the other. So that is correct. So statement 1 is wrong and statement 2 is wrong and statement 2 is false. It's correct. So the option is second option. Next, which of the following are not fatty acids? Glutamic acid is amino acid, arachidonic acid is fatty acid, palmitic acid is fatty acid, then lecithin is lipid, aspartic acid is amino acid again. So here glutamic acid and aspartic acid are acidic amino acid, then remaining lecithin is a lipid, and remaining these 2 arachidonic and palmitic acids are actual fatty acid. So except these 2, B and C, remaining all are not fatty acid. So the option is third option, A, D and E. Next, so here pyramid diagram they have given. Consider the pyramid of energy pyramid of an ecosystem given below. T1, T2, T3, T4 levels they have mentioned in the diagram. If T4 is equivalent to 1000 joules, so what they are telling, T4 is the highest level where the energy left is 1000 joules, then what is the value of T1? So simply, here we know that from the energy pyramid, for every trophic level, 10% of E is lost. So that's why we need to add 10% to each trophic level. So that is simply multiplying with 3 times 10. So here we need to add 3 zeros extra. So we will get answer 10 lakh. That is 4th option is correct. To the 1000, we are going to add 3 zeros. So answer will be 10 lakh. Next, which of the following products diffuses out of chloroplast during photosynthesis? See, in the photosynthesis, that is in the light reaction, the first product which is formed is here oxygen. Okay, that is diffusing out from the chloroplast, and through stomata it is released to the atmosphere. So the answer will be oxygen. Next, recombinant DNA molecule can be created normally by cutting the vector DNA and the source DNA respectively with. See here, cutting takes place in one region of this whole rDNA, that is Haemophilus influenza 2. Both, that is source and also rDNA region, both are cut in one region, that is HIND2, Haemophilus influenza 2. So the answer will be first option. Then, which one of the following is not a limitation of ecological pyramids? So which is not limitation they are asking. Saprophytes are not given any place in ecological pyramids. So that is one of the limitation, because saprophytes are not included in ecological pyramids. Then it assumes a simple food chains that almost never exist in nature. So that is also one of the limitation, because that kind of simple food chain is not exist in nature. So it is a combination of all the food web. Then it accommodates a food web. So that is correct. It is not limitation. Then it does not take into account the same species belonging to 2 or more trophic level. So this is also a limitation. So here the correct option is third option. Then the Bt toxin is genetically engineered Bt cotton kills the pest by. So here Bt toxin is genetically engineered Bt cotton. Okay. So here it will kills the pest by creating pores in the midgut. So it will usually create pores in the midgut. So all the fluid which is present inside that organism will flow out of the epidermal tissue, and thus it causing swelling of the body of this insect, and later it will die. So the correct option is first option. Then from biological classification, match the following question they have asked. Euglenoid, as we know, it is switching between photosynthetic and heterotrophic mode, because it is acting as both. Then dinoflagellate, it is one of the photosynthetic organism. Then slime mold is it is saprophytic, and plasmodium is parasitic, that is protozoans. So the correct option is third option. Then here, which of the following graphs depicts the effect of substrate concentration on velocity of enzyme catalyzed reaction? So consider there are 100 substrate and there are 100 enzymes. So 100 substance will bind to 100 enzymes. Then if you increase the substrate concentration to 150, there is no enzymes free for the binding of this. There is no enzyme free for the binding of this 50 substrate. So that's why if you add if you increase the concentration of substrate, but it will only show the enzyme activity up to certain level, that is Vmax, up to maximum level, that is up to 100 only. After that, if you increase the substrate concentration, then enzyme activity will remains constant. It will not increase. So the graph first depicts the correct condition of this both relation. So the answer will be first option. Then when will the population density increase under special condition? So here the first what they are telling is death exceeds number of birth, and also number of immigrants equal number of immigrants. So here what they are telling, death exceeds. If the number of death is more, then population will not increase. So the first option is wrong. Then birth plus number of immigrants equal number of deaths plus number of immigrants. Means birth plus immigrants is equal to death plus immigrants, they are telling. Means birth rate and also immigrant rate is equal to death and immigrant rate. Means it will reach to equality. So there is no increase of new population. So that's why second option is wrong. Then birth plus number of immigrants is more than the number of death plus number of immigrants. See here again they are telling about that is number of death is more when compared to birth and immigrants. So that's why here the population will not grow. So it is also wrong. Then birth plus number of immigrants. Birth is also high and number of immigrants means which is adding to the population, that is high. That is more than the number of death and number of immigrants. So that is that is more than the sum of the number of death and number of immigrants. So here what they are telling is birth and immigrant is more when compared to death and immigrant. Here the rate of birth and immigration is more. So that's why it is easily increasing the rate of population because death rate and emigration is less. So go on adding the new that is organisms or else new individual to the population, and immigration is also more, the rate of immigration, but the death rate is less and immigrants are also less. So that's why the correct option is fourth option. Next, so from the biodiversity, they have asked this question, biodiversity hotspot. Sorry, another question is, when a tall pea plant with round seeds are selfed, it produces the progeny of A. Tall plants with round seeds, tall plants with wrinkled seeds. Identify the genotype of the parent plant. So let us consider capital T and capital R as a condition what they have asked, tall plant and round seeds. But let us see about the progeny. Tall plants with round seeds means capital T, capital R. That is correct. Then B, tall plants, that is capital T, and wrinkled seeds they are telling. Wrinkled seeds means small r. So here in the B condition, along with the tall plant, there is another condition appeared, that is wrinkled seeds. So what will be the genotype of the parent? So let us check first one. Capital T small t, capital R smaller. Here capital T small t is not the condition, because in A and B they are not telling about dwarf plants. So parents must be homozygous tall, not heterozygous tall. Then capital R small r, that is correct one. But capital T small t is wrong, so that's why first option is wrong. Second option, capital T small t, again there is no heterozygous tall, because in progeny A and B there is no dwarf plants, only they have said about tall plants. So that's why capital T small t is wrong pair. Then capital R is again wrong, because in one of the progeny wrinkled seeds is present. So second option is wrong. Then third option, capital T, capital R. No, capital is wrong, because capital, that is round, is not seen. Wrinkled seeds are also seen in the progeny. So that's why the correct option will be fourth option. Tallness is in homozygous condition, and that is wrinkled seeds are present. So that's why round, it is in heterozygous condition. So the parental combination is fourth option, capital T, capital R and small r. Next, biodiversity hotspot. So the answer will be Western Ghats and sacred groves, that is Khasi and Jantia Hills in Meghalaya. Then Johannesburg, South Africa. So this will be World Summit on Sustainable Development 2002, and alien species invasion. So that is Parthenium. So the answer will be first option. Then, so this is a cycle. You can easily answer from this Kelvin cycle. That is, first process is A, that is carboxylation, second is reduction, and third is regeneration. So the option number third is the correct answer. Hope this will help you in referring all these questions in solving these. So stay tuned. Bye bye.